Welcome back. Mluleki Ndobe's funeral is currently taking place. The late Deputy Speaker of the KwaZulu-Natal Legislature. He's been given a provincial official funeral, Category 2. Let's take you back there now live.
Municipality, His Worship Councillor Zamogwakhe David Nxumalo, His Worship the Mayor of uMzimkhulu Local Municipality, Councillor Mphuthumi Mpabanga, His Worship the Mayor, Councillor Mxolisi Kaunda for eThekwini Metropolitan Municipality, all mayors present, the Director General, the leaders of the clergy led by Reverend Lindani Ginga, congregants, members of the media, citizens of South Africa, I greet you all. Am I God? Am I Jesus? Am I a saint? The response to all the above questions is most definitely no. Whatever has happened, and I understand why it has happened. You suffered from excruciating pain, my dearest husband. Pain that was unbearable. Pain that you disliked. Of course, you have been always a strong man. Hence, all of this uncomprehendable saga has made you weak psychologically. When I met you 18 years ago, I felt the chemistry even before you proposed marriage to me. I knew that you were the one to make me happy. Oh yes, I have been happy in our marriage. And you have respected me as your wife. Honey, you loved all your children equally. Equally so, you made it a point that they are well taken care of socially, emotionally, physically, and academically. Darling, you were loved by many people in South Africa. But you had enemies and fake friends like everybody else does. You have changed many people's lives in society. You have inspired a lot of people through education. Mazola, thank you very much for availing yourself, especially when your father was sick. You made it a point that you transport him from our Glenmore home to Koki, to hospitals in Durban and back. Zenande, you have been my pillar of strength and shoulder to cry on. Inako, thank you for being amazing. Luhle, Milani, Mandombo, Ayalaka. When I was in our home in Glenmore during your father's last days, I left you little girls here in Koki. You made it a point that you sent callback messages to ask how we slept, if Dad was recovering, and whether things were okay. My dear sister, Nomandobe Ndobe, thank you for being you. You have been my ride or die and everything that a sister would wish for. To the Speaker of the KwaZulu-Natal Legislature, my dearest sister, Nontambeko Boyce, and all the MPLs of the Provincial KwaZulu-Natal Legislature, thank you very much for the infinite support that you gave me during this very difficult time. To the Secretary of the African National Congress in KwaZulu-Natal, Brother Mdumseni Ntuli, you have been everything to my husband. You have given him space to take good care of himself and make sure that he is okay health-wise. To all my husband's true friends, thank you very much for your loyalty to him. My love, I had hoped that we were going to live much longer and have a good life. You were such a responsible father. You took good care of your children and everything in the household. It has been such a pleasure being part of your life. I grew up without a father, but you played that fatherly role in my life. You were very strict. You scolded me all the time, especially when I ate so much chocolate. I would gain weight and you would say, "Look at yourself, you're becoming very fat. You eat a lot." I would just respond and say, "Lord." You would then advise, at times, when you go to the mall, just leave the car at work and walk. I recall one day when we were to meet at uMzimkhulu Mall, I had parked the car at work in the council chambers, and I was crossing the road, the R56 coming to you, and you shouted, "Why are you leaving the car?" I went back and got the car and just laughed. During your last days, I had an opportunity to see how life would be without you. I now have a clear indication of what I will face. You are the most intelligent human being that I have ever met in my life. It's sad because you felt that society did not utilize you appropriately. As I conclude, let me once again emphasize the fact that I am not in a position to make any judgments because I am not God. All I know is that I understand the pain that you endured. At times, I would go to the bathroom and cry privately because I felt the pain that you felt emotionally. Rest in peace, my love. I vowed in front of God that till death do us apart. Here it is now, baby. Good night, hon. Till we meet again in heaven. Lots of love. Your wife, Mrs. Mluleki Ndobe. I thank you.
With those soulful words that come from Mrs. Ndobe, very heartfelt, asithinta enhliziyweni sisonke. Indeed, Madlamini, Usiwa was an intelligent soul. Usiwa was a brother to those of us ahlangana nabe emzabalazweni. When he didn't have to, he took us under his wing. So we feel your pain. Can we then just quickly move on to tributes? Item yetelandelayo sizocela ubaba Hlabisa, President of the IFP, azosikhulumela on behalf of opposition parties. Usiwa was a leader in government and in the legislature in particular, led as a deputy speaker together with the speaker, led all parties, and it is therefore proper that all the colleagues are given an opportunity to say farewell to him. Babu Hlabisa.
The program directors, Honorable Premier, Honorable Speaker, the national ministers and the deputy national minister present, all MECs introduced to us, Inkosi Yasemadungeni, the provincial secretary of the ANC, Umfowethu Msentuli, the Ndobe family, and fellow mourners. On this sad day in our country and the province of KwaZulu-Natal, I rise on behalf of the leaders and members of the opposition parties in the legislature of KwaZulu-Natal to convey our heartfelt condolences to the Ndobe family. Death brings us together as a family and share grief. When we received the notice of the passing of the Deputy Speaker, Honorable Ndobe, we were all left with shock, sadness, and disbelief. Bosiwa, receive our condolences to you as the family, his wife and his children. We know to you as a family, you lost the pillar, the source of inspiration and the shelter of the family. We really feel sad together with you on this tragedy. That way to uMadlamini, uMrs. Ndobe, accept our sincerest condolences to you, as this is the dark period in your life. We know life will never be the same to you. You lost your soulmate, the shoulder you cried upon, your lover, the husband, and the pillar of your life. May God console and comfort you in knowing that indeed, as you made the vows, it is death that set you apart. To the children of Honorable Ndobe, Pepisani Bantabami, we know you lost the father, your shelter, and the assurance of safety. Sizwile indodana kamfowethu Ndobe ikhuluma ukuthi nilimele kakhulu futhi kufanele. We pray for you that God wipe your tears during this difficult time and heal the wound that is bleeding today, and also allow your hearts to forgive and let your father go to eternal peace. We pray that God comfort you, ankhulise, aneluse impilo yenu yonke, nize nibe yilokhu uNdobe abefisa ukuba nibe yikho, nani lokhu enifisa ukuthi nibe yikhona. To all the Ndobe family, we know that when you lose your loved ones, even the words that come from the depth of our hearts cannot heal your wounds instantly. We know every time when you lose your loved one sometimes wish everything can come to a standstill and even life itself come to an end. As you see all of us here today, we stopped all our ways and traveled across the province to come and share our pain with you as you are going through this difficult day. We pray that uSmagade anesule izinyembezi nenxeba elophayo namuhla alpholise masinyane. May God give you strength and courage during this difficult time to once again raise your heads up and face each new day with new energy. In the legislature, Honorable Ndobe was one of the few people with the highest level of maturity and sobriety. He was a good complement to the Speaker of the legislature. Even when chairing the meetings of the legislature, he always demonstrated fairness, open-mindedness, and respect of other people's views. Honorable Ndobe was a humble servant and a true example of a good leader. It is unfortunate that death has robbed all of us the opportunity to live with him and benefit from his attributes in further shaping the lives of our people. To the ANC, as his political organization of choice, we know and fully understand that the death of Honorable Ndobe to you as an organization is a terrible loss of a great leader. Accept our condolences to you as an organization. His death as a person who was still young and dedicated in serving our people is also a tragedy and a great loss to all of us as people of KwaZulu-Natal and South Africa. He will indeed leave a huge void in the KwaZulu-Natal legislature and the whole community he was serving. May all of us, as we grieve today, but find comfort in that Honorable Ndobe led a selfless life in shaping our country and advancing the good cause of our people. Mfowethu Ndobe, farewell, my brother. You ran the race, you left your mark. Mina nawe, we went beyond political divides as we used to speak at length about your illness. You put up the fight against your illness. The whole opposition bench in the legislature of KwaZulu-Natal will miss you. Sivalelisa kuwe siwa nengoma ka William G. Thoma ethi, God be with you till we meet again. Lala kahle insizwa yakwethu, uphumule, sibonane ekseni, siwa.